So let's talk about how would you describe your career journey? Or you should figure that
Um, it's like an, a Skittles explosion
out. Oh boy.
all
That
over the place. Oh my goodness. Because I am a musician. I'm a classically trained musician. In my heart, that is who I am. Yet most of the people I work with have no idea. And it's because it did not materialize that I had a career doing that.
okay.
And in Dallas College, after the conservatory closed, I was prohibited from being able to work in that area, even though I was hired to work in that area.
Why? Why was that?
Racism
Okay. Oh wow.
by the full-time faculty member who was in charge at the time. Um, so that was difficult. So the people with whom I've worked the last probably 15 years or so um, have no idea. They don't even know I'm a musician because that part of it was closed. By the time Michael became the dean, Michael has never heard me play.
No. No, I didn't even know you played.
There you go. That's hard when it's the thing that at your core you are. And then you come up against a time where you know that it's not going to happen for you because the window has closed and it's just not going to happen. It's not ever going to happen. And you have to let go of the feeling that, well, it's not fair and all of these things. It's just, it's not going to be there. So my career journey never included that part of what made me vibrant, that classical musical part. So I parlayed that and transitioned into musical theater, which I fell in love with. And I had like a 37-year career in musical theater. And you do that along with doing another job because, except for the years I lived in New York, because outside of New York City, you can't do that full time and it's difficult and live. So I've always been fragmented because of that. You finding finding something that's bringing an income that you can tolerate, and then finding a way to be a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's always, even when I was with City, I was doing shows at Theater 3 and in the area theaters as musical director at the same time. So there are write-ups about me in the newspaper in Dallas in that role. And then in the daytime, I'm in my Christian Dior suit and my, with my attaché going into an office in the Hartford building downtown Dallas, to work. So as a result of that, straddling two worlds, I have had a lot of different jobs. And it's all been indirect. Because I'm so diverse, I didn't fit a headhunter's model. And I came through at the time that to get a job, you went to the employment agencies and a placement. And they recruited you, or you went there. You didn't just walk to a corporation to apply. There was a middleman there. And I don't know if you knew it was ever like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And so that's how you got jobs. And they placed you, well, there's a template. I don't fit the template.
Yeah.
I don't fit it in any way. And I'm the person that if you talk with me, if you bring me into the space and you have the conversation, I will get the job. But on paper, I look like I need to be in an asylum. It makes no sense, unless it's an arts person that's evaluating it, which it never is. It makes no sense. I look indecisive. I look just scattered. It's hard. So the better job opportunities I've gotten have been through word of mouth and referrals. And I finally stopped going to placement agencies because I knew they would never be able to place me. But the jobs that I got were really good jobs.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good.
They were just all over the place, you know.
But when you say they were all over the place, but were they right for you at that moment that you were in during that time period in your life? Or were they just all over the place?
That's a good question. They served a purpose. That's not the same as saying they were right for me. They served a purpose. For a time, I was a licensed agent with Metropolitan Insurance, selling a variety of products, excluding the Series 12, which would have brought in the S&E exchange. I didn't go that step. I wasn't excited about that, but I was going through a divorce, and that was a job that I could get quickly, and I had to replace that income. So it was a pragmatic decision. Okay, so that's what I meant when I said might not have been right for me, but it was a means to an end, you know. But then I was with an arts management company. Well, yeah. Yeah, of course, you know, I could bring my business background to that. And then I am an arts person. I've got these music degrees and I've worked in theater all these years. So it was perfect. So there have been those that were right for me at the time. Right. But they've also been mixed in with those that were a means to an end. And it's always better if you have employment in something that really satisfies something important in you. That's just the best feeling in the world.